And we are live. So welcome everybody to this latest episode of Star Trek Adventures. The one that we said wasn't going to happen, but it's happening because basically, yeah. So I was going to have a week off. Yeah. But then work got in the way. That never happened. So I got in touch with these reprobates even, who all said they were free. So yay, here we are. And with us as ever, acting captain Eelin, Wraal, Ed.
Hello. Still in charge. Still liking it.
With Ensign Amy just poking her head in very, very quickly there. Hello, Amy. Do you want to say hello to everyone? There we are. Trill's keeping it in the family there. Fantastic. We have acting executive officer, Commander Lee Varren. Usher, how are you doing?
I'm ready to make sure no one survives this mission.
Yay! That's the spirit. Hopefully, keeping everyone nice and healthy, though. We have Chief Medical Officer Bosh. Matt.
Good evening. Don't forget, Rulers Acquisition number 1.
Oh,
Once
shut
you
up!
have their money,
shut up!
Never give it back.
Yeah.
There's a reason that's number 1. And, of course, doing all the sciencey things with the science. On top of the science, we have Lieutenant Davok. Amy.
Hello.
How's Amy? Ooh. Have you got your ears in today? Can I see your, or is that just
no? They don't work with this background thing, and they just disappear. So I'll work it out. Maybe I need like a fancy thing.
We'll get you a green blood screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a medical joke.
I understood that reference.
Yay!
Finally.
Do you know what? There's an interesting thing in the Next Generation where we see surgeons wearing red. And of course, like people said, well, that's a bit weird. Why would a surgeon wear red? Because it's not going to show blood. But of course, most, like the best surgeons in the Federation are Vulcans who have green blood, and green would show on the red more. So actually, it sort of makes sense.
And I think by that point, there wasn't a lot of blood sloshing around. They're generally
no
force fields
not
holding
with
it back. Kind of stuff.
Yeah, and not with a PG rating.
Yeah.
Unlike this show, just a warning now. Poor Ensign Amy's ears may have to be covered on occasion. Just saying. And hello, Ben.
She plays
Lovely to
Warhammer
see you
40K. I'm pretty sure she's used to some blood.
Yeah, one would.
It causes most of it.
That's about as gory as it gets. So, are we all ready for a bit of an adventure?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
Fantastic. So, as ever, we like to do a bit of a recap by eavesdropping on someone recording their log.
Acting Executive Officer's Log, Stardate 57121.6. Security Chief Lee Varren reporting. Wraal has made me his XO, as if I didn't have enough shit to deal with on this goddamn vessel and with this crew. I really couldn't say no, though. It might draw too much attention. I don't trust our Klingon, Bajorn, whatever passenger. If the Klingons didn't send her here, then what the hell is she doing? That said, it would be just like High Command to feed us bullshit and call it cake. Major D-Bag has been very quiet, though, keeping herself in her quarters when not required. What are you playing at? These neuroparasites are an intriguing species, though. Despite being physically frail and easily squished underfoot, they do seem to exert strong control over the prey, making them a dangerous foe. They clearly need to be exterminated. I expect the rest of the crew will want to coexist peacefully or something. We do need to find out what they are doing with the Klingons, though. Hopefully, the answer to these weirdly mutated aliens and parasites will be at this mining outpost on Cordelon 4. Speaking of which, we've just arrived here, and now I have to beam down with an away team and pattern enhancers. The diamagnetic field caused by the moon's cache of ore is disrupting sensors. I'll be glad to get off this ship, to be honest. Today is something they call Valentine's Day. I've already received 3 communications from crew members wanting to date. only have people this week could come up with anything so insipid. Damn it. This shit should be going on a report where anyone can read it. Computer delete log.
So there we are. You all.
One of those was a miscommunication from me.
Miscommunication.
It was you accidentally hit like reply all, and everyone got it.
Accidentally, yeah.
And he's just like waiting. There's 15 people on the ship. Surely someone must show up.
Trawling the net wide.
Fantastic.
Number 62, the riskier the road, the greater the profit.
Do you have... I've been meaning to ask you, do you have like a list of like these up, and then you just like, before the show being like, what's going on in this episode? Let's pull just the major ones.
No, I have a full list, and as things are up, I'm sort of just scrolling through and go, oh, that one will do. Let's,
You can just do like Control F and find a specific word and scroll down to find it.
As a dyslexic, that becomes slightly more difficult than just.
Oh, that's fair.
Just number 79. Beware of a Vulcan's greed for knowledge.
Okay, that's number 3 there, Ben. Ben keeping count of the rules of acquisitions in the chat.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't encourage it.
Online.
Fantastic. So what do we remember about Cordelman 4? It's been a fortnight.
It's a Cordelman 4 is the moon, I believe, and the space station. It's a derelict Klingon space station that's been unactive for, I think, about 100 years or so.
It's a mining station, wasn't it?
A mining station, yeah. And there was a diamagnetic field based off of the mining of that ore. That was causing subspace interruption and things along those lines. But at last check, I believe we found that they are actively increasing that field, which for a derelict station means that there's something is going on. And it's a great place for Romulans and Klingon parasite hybrids to hang out.
Well, it's certainly a good place to keep your head down and not be detected. That's for sure.
We did find several life signs down there. Multiple Romulans, Klingon, and a Trill.
Oh yes, the Trill.
It's Amy. It's your cousin or your niece
down there. How come you turned up on that? What are you doing down on the planet?
Did indeed. And what are we making of Major de Goch, for those of us who can pronounce it?
I still think D-bag is good for shorthand. I don't know. I think the report summed it up. I don't really trust her. She showed up on a ancient, like multiple 100-year-old ship that was basically falling apart, claiming that she's Klingon intelligence, but doesn't really know what's going on. Either doesn't have the clearance, either is lying, or the departments of Klingon government is so separated and secretive that one side doesn't, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing, which I wouldn't put it past them. And it's been slightly non-forthcoming with information.
Yeah, and she sort of locked herself away in one of the labs, which is a little concerning.
Well, that's because you were patrolling about.
To clarify on that, she's not locked herself away in the lab. She's come into the labs and helped out when she's needed. When she's not, she's keeping herself to herself in her quarters.
Gotcha.
Not in the lab. Just to
be fair, that's not unexpected Klingon behaviour when not around other Klingons. That wouldn't be, which is suspiciously not suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it normal behaviour for Bajorans?
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are yet to determine what side of her Klingon Bajoranness is more dominant or is more.
So far, we have not met a regular Klingon yet. It's either been a Klingon Bajoran or a Klingon parasite person. So
mutated proto-Klingon.
Yeah, because we haven't encountered a live Klingon outside of Major Dagork, but Dagork is not entirely Klingon in the first place. No. So, I don't know that means anything. I just think it's interesting.
It is interesting, and I'm not going to tell you whether it means anything or not. Now, Captain, you received some interesting information about the Major, didn't you? Have you shared that with your bridge crew?
Well, with the XO, I believe.
Yeah, as any good captain, in my opinion, any good captain should. The captain and the XO have to be a symbiotic organism. How strange for a Trill to think that. But yeah, that was definitely something you would share with your XO. As it happens, there is Admiral Janeway has passed on sufficient information that, as she said, tread with care.
Yeah,
indeed. And on that note, shall we bring ourselves back into the game, where the ship, the USS Livingston, has just arrived outside Cordellan 4 and gone into an orbit. And indeed, a discussion has taken place about which is best. Is it best to transport down or take the shuttles? Whilst that's happening, though, Lieutenant Davok, I would like you to make me a control and science roll using 2 dice
out,
assisted by the ship. So somebody else can roll this. Sensors and science, which gives 11.
You have to roll a d20.
That's 1 dice for the ship.
Actually, Ensign Amy can be the ship.
Ensign Amy is the ship.
That works.
Go. Roll the dice and make it 11 or under.
All right.
What did we get?
Oh, got
it's
that.
The black one. It's a 1. She only went to
It's
roll.
a 1! Yeah. Fantastic. So the
First
ship
time.
scores 2.
I rolled
Virtual background made that really messed up. Yeah. Everyone in chat now has seasickness or something.
Fantastic.
I rolled a 19, and I also got. Oh, look! You can't see it.
Hold your hand behind it.
Oh, it's a 1.
Yeah. A 1. So you got a 1 and a 19.
4 successes.
So if your
Do you
name's
know what?
Amy,
Amy's
With
win.
2 1s in there, we'll ignore the 19.
Thanks.
Good, they can have 2 successes.
It was only for the briefest half a second. You suddenly saw what appeared to be a ship on sensors, and then it was gone.
Oh, it was a ship on the sensors. But it's
Do you
gone.
say it like that?
Where is it? Where? Coming towards us, going away?
Not gone as in it's flown away. I mean, it was on the sensors, then it wasn't on the sensors.
Okay.
For the briefest of moments.
Now, of course, with as Chief Science Officer, you can plunge for some more information.
Yes. I would like to do that.
Actually, on this occasion, I'm going to say no. There is no more information.
That's all we get.
I can't get any more from the system. That's all it's telling me.
Well done, Mr. Davok.
You delve into the sensors and
Can they do it, Captain? If I get any more,
try and search.
You might be able to find
nothing.
more information in the warp core.
No, no more information in the warp core. We've already tried that.
Yeah, but that was all there was.
So, did she announce this?
Yes.
Excellent.
And
She sat on one of these chairs here.
I believe
Okay.
Davok is a he.
Oh God, I haven't figured out the pronouns of all the fake characters in our crew yet. Sorry. So wait, we know cloak ships would be what? This is where my Star Trek knowledge becomes appalling. cloak ships would be Romulan?
Romulan, could be Klingon, and a handful of other ones, but those are the two major powers with it, especially in this area.
But all bad.
Well, Klingons are technically on our side at the moment.
Oh, the Major is in her quarters. We can't really ask her what the hell is going on.
Why can't you?
Do we have anything really?
Can we? Can we come to her quarters? And
you've got comm badges.
Okay.
You can knock on a door.
Okay, I didn't know if you were gonna play the Major for short things.
You do what you need to do, and don't worry about the fact that Kira's not here.
I would say, Captain, it might be worth it to ask the Major if there's any reason that Klingons should be in this space. We might be able to rule out possible issues with what that was.
That's an excellent idea. I'll come to the Major. Say, Major de Gork, are you aware of any Klingon ships operating in this area? Has anyone been sent to assist us?
No response. As in, no active comm badge.
I'm going to send a detachment of security officers to her door to knock on the door and see if the Major is okay.
Okay. They presumably activate the doorbell first, knock on the door, no response.
Be polite, Mr. Varren.
They've asked permission to gain entry to the quarters.
Captain, next steps. The Major is not responding.
Operate security override. Go and see what she's up to.
Can I check if there's any life signs in her room? Ship.
Do so, please, Mr. Davok. See what we've got.
So, are security going in?
Let's get Mr. Davok's scan before we do.
Give me a...
Build up the momentum.
I'm going to make this difficulty 1. But again, you're going to get... so the other one didn't have a difficulty level. I wanted to see whether or not you scored high enough, basically, in my own head. This one, I'm giving a difficulty level 2, so you might actually get some momentum. I ought to have mentioned it right at the beginning. You're starting this week's episode with 2 momentum, and I am starting with 8 threat.
Seems a little one-sided, Stu, but okay.
I just didn't use it from the last game.
Do you not lose it at the end of a scene as well?
I do it at the end of a scene, not necessarily the end of an episode.
Okay, let's get to the end of the scene. Right, let's all go to bed and do it tomorrow morning.
Well, let's see if we can get you some momentum, shall we?
Yes.
So, yeah, give me, again, a... did I say control or reason? Control, isn't it? It's control and science. And again, we'll have a roll for the ship with sensors and science. Again, it's 11 on the ship.
Oh.
Ooh.
What's the ship get?
Ship scores 18.
18, so no help from the ship, but no complications either.
Warp core.
I got.
No, we're just going to think it's anyone called Amy now. Just go to the warp core.
And I got a 12. I had to hit 14, so 1 success.
Okay. What was your other score?
Oh, 18 as well.
Yeah, it's suspicious.
Okay. So you don't gain any momentum. And, I mean, first of all, you get no life signs. You are getting an unusual reading in there. The air in her quarters appears to have been ionized.
That sounds like a reaction to a weapon.
Lieutenant Davok, you would know it's not a weapon. Transporters would normally leave an ionization trace, yes.
So she's been transported out there. Would I be able to tell with the level of ionization how long ago that was?
It's really hard. I mean, do you want to spend momentum on it?
Yeah, I think so, because I think it would be useful to know what I'm thinking I know.
if what you're thinking is the ship popped in, lowered its shields, transported that thing in there, and then came back out, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm assuming we can make that assumption without spinning momentum.
You and your team burst the door down and find out.
That's what I'm about to, in which case I will tell the security to break down the door if possible.
Security override.
But they don't need to do that. They can enter a code. So spare the door.
What sort of weird, backwards, non-action oriented ship is this?
I know.
Break my doors down, or you're paying for them.
Varren has a thing against doors. We know this. But yes, your security team will know the code. Yes, okay. They open the code, and indeed, the Major is not there.
I'm going to have the security team search the quarters for anything left behind, any sort of clue as to what happened. I doubt there is anything, but anything odd, out of place, left behind, we should probably...
Maybe a cursory tricorder scan might pick up any residue or anything that's been left around, or even if she's gone. Well, how long ago?
Is there any way to see if any messages at all have left the ship?
Ooh. The ship should have a record of that.
Yeah.
Now, somebody then is going to need to give me a control and engineering. You can get assistance from the ship with computers and engineering, which is a score of 10.
Can we get Chief Engineer Gomez to perform this? Would that be...
You absolutely can. I can tell you this is going to be difficulty 2.
Okay.
For Gomez, it is 15. So whoever wants to roll for Gomez.
Okay. If someone rolls for Gomez, maybe add 1 momentum so she's rolling 3 dice. So we've got a 4 dice, 4 pots to roll.
Okay, I'll roll for Gomez.
I think we've been doing this a little bit wrong with the extra dice thing. I think buying an extra dice, it's automatically a 1.
No, that's if you do it using determination.
Determination.
To a value.
Right. Okay.
Momentum buys a dice. Determination gives you 2 successes.
Sonia's... no, she doesn't have any determinations because she's a sporting character.
But she can still use. She can still use a. I'm stepping away for a chilled adult beverage. Sorry. Where
is his replicator? It's miles away.
Well, I don't have one at my station.
Oh, have a chat with Gomez. She'll fit you on.
Yeah. Do you really want me cracking a beer at my station on the ship?
Well, Sonia's a bit busy going through the computers at the moment anyway, so yes. We need someone to roll 3 dice for Sonia with the target of 15.
Ensign Amy.
Ensign Amy. She can roll everything.
We need 1 person to roll the dice for the ship as well.
She can just roll 4 d20s.
4 d20s coming up.
Right. We need to know which one is the ship as a separate thing, because that's a different score.
Okay.
That's true.
We have, from Gomez, assisted by Ensign Amy, a 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
A 15.
Yeah.
That's meets beats.
A 17.
And a 17, so we've succeeded.
The ship's rolled a 20.
Oh! The ship gets a complication.
Is this your first posting?
So, a success with a complication. You don't want me buying any more threat, do you?
We can get rid of that by giving him some threat. To be fair.
It's do you know what? I know it's generally speaking it would be my decision, but I'm going to leave it up to you. You can either have a complication or you can give me more threat.
I think we take a complication.
I believe the station, as soon as we get on it, is going to be threatening enough. So
I'll go with the majority. Yeah, let's take it.
So Sonia is able to find out that yes, it does seem there have been a number of encrypted communications between, well, certainly the Major's quarters, and yeah, don't know where. It's been on.
Is it Bosh's room? Is that where they sexted?
A discrete subspace channel. That's as much as you know.
I think it's nice that you feel Bosh is discreet.
Quite a lot of communications over the last week whilst you've been in transit.
We may or may not assume, and it's fairly likely it is, that ship that just popped in and nicked her might be the destination of at least some of those messages.
That ship may or may not have been following us from our last post.
If it's cloaked. It's sort of like a Klingon stealth Uber that she's just called in.
So, Lieutenant Davok, so as you're making this as an assumption, I will give a free piece of advice, or information rather, to Lieutenant Davok. The amount of time that this ship sort of flashed onto the sensors did not seem long enough for a traditional Klingon or Romulan vessel to decloak and recloak.
Lovely.
It didn't meet the pattern of a ship decloaking and recloaking. You can't rule that out, but
Captain, are our shields up?
Be a new kind.
Well, if we're going to beam down, they're going to have to stay down.
No, but they've been down this whole time, right?
Yeah, but as long as our shields are down, things can be beamed on and off. But the fact that you're cloaked or not doesn't usually prevent you from beaming or not. Only shields.
No.
Remember, cloaking.
What about the station?
Good question.
Would the station have been able to beam down or up?
Oh, if it has its own transporting capability, yes, but that would depend on whether or not it has like a dedicated transporter unit.
Oh. There is a transporter room at the mining outpost.
Okay.
In fact, to transport down, that's where you're going to have to beam to because of the difficulties with the diamagnetic ore to give yourselves the best chance.
Yeah, basically,
that is in fact your destination. Yeah.
Oh boy. How much momentum do we have?
You have one left.
Where did it all go?
Well, the ship stole some of it. No, I'm joking. I believe this. Let's just say, Captain, I believe this situation has now become imperative that we get on the station.
I agree. Have you formed an away team to take down to the station, Mr. Varren?
We have.
Excellent. Then once you beam down, as a precaution, the Livingston will raise shields. Take your transporter pattern enhancers with you. And at given times, we will attempt to get back in contact with you. If we don't hear from you within an hour, we will lower shields as a beaming window for you to return should you need to, if we can't get in contact.
Sidebar, out of game. I don't remember what the fuck the pattern enhancers are.
They're basically posts that mean that the signal. So if you imagine it's sort of scanning someone and printing them back at it, it's to stop the kind of that scan data being dissipated over everywhere. So they're kind of they kind of hold it all together, like the bits of you that's being scanned.
They enhance your pattern, is what you're saying.
Thank you, Stu, for that clarification. This is why I asked other people.
Sir, are our shields up at the moment?
I can't remember what we did last game. Did we?
They are not up.
Left them down when we came in, didn't we?
Not up. That's fine. If they were up, we were in even more trouble.
Oh, okay.
You can hit them up real quick, just like a quick on-off.
Well, there we go.
No, it's just...
Now, if you can make the sound effect happen at the same time, I'd be really impressed.
Oh no, I cannot. There's no way. We have like a quantum entanglement communicator going on because all of you are in some third world country, and I'm here.
Techno babble, yay! So, if the plan is to take pattern enhancers, that's going to cost you your last momentum.
Yeah, no, we're not going to take a Type 3 or a Type 2 phaser. So
I'm sure we'll find one.
Yeah, we're going to find a bunch of disruptors and all kinds of...
Really, really good at finding other people's weapons to use. So, yeah.
I am taking my knife, thank you. Because I won it off that Romulan fair and square.
Yep.
I'll take my hands.
I will let you take your knife.
Call
that a knife.
I will be staying.
This is a knife. I don't know. That wasn't even an accent. That was just me like coughing.
So, who's going on the away team then?
It's going to be, I believe, as we discussed last week, it will be Bosh and Davok, as well as myself, and I forget it's Reginald von Bartlesby or whatever we tweak the name to be.
It's Reggie.
It's Reggie.
Reggie. Fantastic. And yes, everybody reports to the transporter room then.
As we get,
I'm guessing you want Sonia Gomez to beam you down. Excellent.
Yeah, and as we go there, I'm going to want him to say phaser's out, set to stun. But considering that there's a possibility that our previous crewmate has also beamed down there and we have no idea what is going on, just assume hostility, but stun only.
Okay. He's getting the hang of this, no problem.
Well, I just don't want to get fired. I don't want to get an F on my mission report.
So there's 2 stages to beaming. The first one is adjusting for the interference to the
I'll be right back. I'm listening, and I can speak.
The second one is the actual transporting. So the first thing Sonia needs to do is give me a daring or control, which is going to be better. Control and engineering. So this is a 15 with a difficulty of 2. Yep.
We don't have a momentum to buy.
Hang on a second.
Don't have any momentum left.
We can give him...
Unless you want to leave the pattern enhancers.
I like the idea of having them to get back.
I was going to say, if we're leaving the pattern enhancers, I'm taking a... No, I'm not actually. Getting there is more important than having better weapons.
Exactly. Now, we can buy a dice by giving Stu some more threat. 1 threat for 1 dice.
I think he's got enough.
He can have...
I will also advise you that the transporting is the difficult part in this.
Okay, let's try and align it as we go then. Let's see what we've got. So we get the 2 for Sonia plus the ship assisting.
No ship assisting.
Oh, okay. She's just got
This
to
is just Sonia.
do it herself. Okay, so
15.
15 on 2 dice.
To beat.
We've got a 17 and a 3.
Yay!
Okay, so that's fail. Unfortunately.
Can we take the shuttle?
Unless, does she have a focus? Hang on. She has a focus of transporters.
A focus in transporters.
Engineering is 4.
And
so yes. So that is actually a success.
That is 2 successes as well.
Yeah,
good job. I double-checked that.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy you did because I do not fancy taking a shuttle there. That is on the list of things that I do not want.
Fly when you can beam.
Just less time with Wraal.
It's like Dr. McCoy in reverse, isn't it?
I may throw up on you.
The next thing is actually operating the transporter. So Sonia believes she's got her
to a
sensor
transporter
lock.
background.
Yeah. It's a good thing I did because we're here for a while.
Sonia. This is going to be assisted by the ship, so this is a control and engineering task again. Assisted by the ship's sensors and engineering. So that is...
Anyone see Twitch chat? That was quite funny.
9 plus 1, so it's 10 on the ship score, 15 on the engineering, with a focus on transporters. This is going to be difficulty 3. So let's have the ship roll first.
Okay. The black one, roll that.
Do we have focuses for this?
The ship gets 15.
The ship does not assist then, unfortunately. Okay, so you're going to need 3 successes.
I think a threat his direction might be needed.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
Okay.
So here's the thing: there is an option within the game of succeed at cost. I will allow you to forego buying threat for your extra dice, so that if you don't succeed, you can then give me the threat to succeed. Otherwise, if you buy a threat to succeed. You're just automatically giving me threat.
The
option I'm giving you is you succeed anyway, but you may or may not give me threat.
That seems great. Let's do that.
That seems very nice of you.
But thank you very much.
That is very nice.
I
have a lot of threat.
Why are you being nice to us?
Exactly.
Why?
It scares me.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna.
Because I know what's down there waiting for
We're gonna
you.
beat
I'm
into a
joking.
fucking battle. What's gonna happen?
Okay, but we do need 3 successes from Sonia. So this is a score of 15.
We need 4s and under.
Yeah, you need at least 1 4 or under.
Well, a 13 and an 18 won't be good enough, really, will it?
If we
Give him a threat.
That's 1 success. So, I'm going to take extra threat. Thank you very much. Lovely.
We might all be playing Warhammer 40k after this with Amy. Because all our characters are dead.
I mean, that's 1.
He can't. It's like a threat burger.
I think we should challenge and see how to.
That'll be our T-shirt. Because we're sure as hell not making the Wraal fan club. It doesn't exist.
It's the worst drive-through in the galaxy. Stu's threat burger.
As requested by Ben. So, the transporter beam fizzles and materializes, and it's a bit shaky and it's a bit uncomfortable. You've not really been through a transporter like this before, and it seems to be taking an awful long time, but eventually you do rematerialize in the transporter room of the station, well, the outpost, the mining outpost. What would you like to do?
Well, what do we see is the first thing.
You see a transporter room with a door leading out of it.
Is the door closed or open?
It is currently closed. You'll be very upset to hear.
Well, Reggie the Andorian will get out a tricorder and see if he can do a scan to get an idea of the any life forms in the immediate vicinity.
Yeah, Davok is going to assist with that.
Yeah, as you guys start doing this, Varren is just going to mention, I'm sure everyone knows this, but the sooner we can figure out what the hell is going on and the sooner we can get out of here, preferably without any hostile action, would be lovely.
Yeah.
I just don't want to report back to the boss with bad news that all of us are dead. Anyways, carry on.
So with the tricorder, you may actually want Lieutenant Davok leading with Reggie assisting. It is an insight and science task.
Okie dokie.
You can have it either way round. So who's leading?
Nope.
I'll lead.
Amy leading. So it's a difficulty 2 because of the diamagnetic.
Yeah. She will.
Interference.
Oh God, it's the other way. It's down. No, I'm looking at Twitch.
That's it.
Is it that way?
So let's let's have Reggie's assistance first. Does Reggie assist?
Was it control and science? You said, Stu?
Insight and science. So 1 dice from Reggie.
14. No help there, I'm afraid.
No help.
Reggie.
So it's all on Davok.
Reggie. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, wow. 3 successes. I'm pleased to tell you.
Oh, no, I don't have a focus. Yeah.
You have a momentum.
Yay!
Thanks to Davok.
Oh, Davok,
What
with
I
a
can
clutch
tell you.
door opening roll.
Your tricorder, Davok, is picking up life signs in the lower levels of the outpost, but it's unable to distinguish the life forms from each other. Whether that's down to the diamagnetic ore or something else, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
You do get a quick schematic of the facility's ground level, which you're on, which displays a turbo lift approximately 20 metres from your current position, as well as a number of rooms, including a reactor.
Is there any way to save that information into her tricorder?
It is stored in the tricorder, yes.
Good.
So yeah, Ben says, round of applause for Davok.
Yeah.
Quite right.
Also, let's try not to blow up this tricorder.
Let's keep that. Let's gold plate it and put it. Maybe Bosh knows some.
It goes nowhere near Bosh. He had a problem with his tricorders.
I'm sure I can infrared share the info so we've all got it. Yeah.
Just Bluetooth it around.
Yeah, but
would you like to spend your momentum to find some more information?
Oh. Does Stu want us to waste our momentum by asking us this question?
Well, let me call the captain and just be like, Captain, should we spend our momentum to find more information?
Let Davok find stuff out.
Okay. What else can I find out?
Easy come, easy go, right? So, in the reactor room, you can tell from the unusual readings on your tricorder, that's where this interference from the diamagnetic ore is being amplified. There appears to be some kind of device you would not guess because you're a Vulcan. The indications would point to.
Cool. I shall pass along all of that information.
Twitch is just going to be me wringing my hands, just oh no.
Decisions.
Yes, I'll look to our leader for the next steps. I'm a lowly lieutenant. Don't know.
I think we just need to keep exploring. We don't have schematics for this level currently. We only have schematics for the lower level. Oh, we do?
No, you only have schematics for the level you're on.
Oh, for the level we're on. I thought it was we saw life signs below us, but we got a schematic for the one that we're on. Got it. Okay.
On, yes. Yeah.
I'm going to turn to everyone. Thoughts? Reactor room?
So if
Reactor room, both.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Would reactor room work? And I'm asking this not as Varren, because Varren would probably know this information. It's really interesting playing a character that is smarter in this universe than I am. Would a reactor room work effectively like an engineering room for something that isn't a ship? Would it have information to get whereabouts and possibly, or is it just power?
It's where the power source. Yeah, it's what gives.
Secondary question: if lights were to go out, do we have things to generate light? Would a tricorder or a phaser have a flashlight on it or something along those lines?
The new Type 1 phasers do in fact have flashlights built into them. It's easier than carrying around palm beacons, which was the old-fashioned way that they did like 7 years ago.
They did it in Discovery with like the flashlight on that vest that they have, and I very much enjoyed that. But
done away with tactical vests, though. They're so 100 years ago.
Bunch of fucking idiots. Those things looked awesome. In which case, Varren's going to say, let's get to the reactor room, regroup there, and see if there's any information to be gathered from that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone have any other... He looks at Bosh specifically and says, do we have any other ideas?
No, this seems to make the most sense with what we know.
Okay. So in which case, let's get this door open. And he looks specifically at Reggie when he says that.
I'll get the door, boss.
Yeah, thank you.
Reggie presses a button and the door opens.
Like magic.
Reggie's going to have like a beating later today.
And there is indeed a corridor. To your right, you see it opens up into a large hangar where you can actually see the Tellarite freighter standing looking unused. And off to your left is the corridor with the turbo lift at the end of the corridor, a number of doors down it, but you know that the reactor is the last door on the right.
So I'm mapping that out. I'll just put the reactor room on the left, right, assuming. Sorry.
I don't fully enjoy leaving rooms. Life signs are below us, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Life signs are below you. The tricorder did not show any life signs on this level.
Davok's going to periodically check that, if he may, just to see that they don't come back up.
Yeah, I think that's important. I do think we clear the rooms on this level on our way to the reactor.
Okay.
I don't want to leave any information that is vital to either the Federation or Starfleet and our understanding of these parasites behind just because we're running to the reactor room. So I say we clear room by room on our way to the reactor.
Okay. The first door you come to is on the left and opens into a large room. It appears to be some kind of mess hall. Again, totally disused. It looks like it's been abandoned for a long, long time.
We can leave that alone.
The next door on the right leads into some quarters. Again, there's a theme running here. Disused, not been slept in.
To speed this along, I'll say if it looks like it hasn't been used in 100 years or something along those lines, like it hasn't had any tracks recently or anything like that, we'll leave it alone. Okay.
The only things you find is basically there's a kitchen for the mess hall and a number of other quarters, all in the same state. And you make your way to the reactor room. Yeah, absolutely. Davok, you'll keep checking your tricorder as you go. No other life signs that you can see.
Cool.
And yes, you find yourselves outside the reactor room. Reggie pushes a button. Oh, go on. Go on.
No, I was just going to mention to Amy that the whole... I'm enjoying you searching for life signs, but the reason I want to check every room is because if there's a dead Klingon, it's not going to be showing as living.
Oh, no, I was just worried that the people below us might come back up.
So I'm worried about that too, but whatever. Okay.
Excellent. So, yes, you get to the
reactor
room door.
Yes, Reggie.
Reggie leans forward, pushes a button. The door slides open, and that's when we take a break.
Of course it is.
So we will be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere. That's an order. See you soon. And there we are. We are back live. I am GM Stu. Oh, all our pictures are frozen. Hang on. Hopefully they've not frozen.
Carry on moving for.
Yeah. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. It's. Oh, I don't know why it's freezing. It'll work itself out.
This is very.
It'll work itself.
I feel like I'm back at a rave again. It's just weird backgrounds. There's not enough blacklights.
Anyway, so how are we all feeling now about this station?
Terrified.
This outpost.
I feel like we're all going to die.
It's gonna be dungeon crawly. Look, I'm even mapping. Look.
No, it's remarkably terrifying in this game purely because I don't know the game nearly as well as I know like Dungeons and Dragons and other games similar to that. I don't know my character very well, and I do not like being in charge.
We're going down there. Check the list. We're going to go into the reactor room.
I could tell when faced with the decision, it's like, well, what does everyone else think?
Well, that's more of Varren. I think Varren knows how to fight, and he knows the security options and things like that. And while he may not be a fan of, I mean, it's not surprising, but he may not be a fan of everyone here. He wants to get the job done. He needs to figure out what's going on, and he will take advice when it's offered to get the situation done. It's not a stretch, I don't think. I do think he finds Bosh taxing. He finds Davok strange, and he finds Wraal.
You can tell me, boss. I won't tell the captain if you don't.
Yeah, got it.
What does he make of Reggie?
Reggie is, as long as Reggie does what he's told, he doesn't have too much of interaction with Reggie. I think Reggie would find that Varren is almost completely absent as far as his oversight of the security officer thing. And if Reggie gets out of line, he will get fired. But other than that, Reggie probably doesn't have a whole lot of interaction with Varren other than Varren's like, pick that shit up. And then that's it.
So Varren is like the seagull manager who swoops in every week or so, says, that's wrong, and then goes for a week or two, and we've got a while to sort it out down in security before he bothers to come back.
I think he's probably less like, that's wrong, and he just goes on like, is this going to give me a headache? Nope, it's fine. And then moves on. It's as little conflict as possible with his other people. Like, he may like make offhanded comments to Bosh and that sort of deal, but in reality, he's just trying to get through this, I think.
I mean, the Orion slave girls, I can put them in a uniform and stick them on the list of staff. It's not a problem, boss. We can get...
I'm really not looking for that.
Is that a kind of, I can put them on the payroll?
Yeah.
They're on the list. They can get on the bus. I've seen this before.
Dear. Right. And how's everyone else feeling about this outpost?
Another day at work.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
But money's gone. Like we don't even get paid for this. We're just here because we want to be here, right?
I think the betterment of mankind.
Yeah, I'd be feeling. There's no paycheck.
I think I'd be feeling better about this assignment if Ensign Amy was rolling better.
Shots fired. And we will see her next time.
And our very special guest. Wow. Well, okay, actually, let's get on. Let's give Ensign Amy a chance to roll better then by moving on with the story.
Yeah. I will say, just real quick, not having momentum makes things way more tense. And when you're down on momentum, it definitely gets tense, and I very much like that. So
yes, as a quick reminder then, I currently have 10 threat.
Oh,
You
stuff
currently have no momentum.
Does it like not go to 9 and then reset and go to 0 because there's no such thing as double digits in threat?
That's, do you know what?
Is threat in binary?
It's really interesting you should say that because no. Right.
I tried.
So,
Upper limit for threat.
Reggie,
What's on the door? What's in the box?
let's
the button.
get back to the game. Reggie pushes the button on the reactor room door. The door slides back, and there, in front of you, pulsing with life, is the reactor.
Damn it,
Now
go get it.
Now, I'm going to say there's a bit of a difference here between the reactor and the other rooms that you've been poking your heads into. This one has... It's certainly as old as the rest of the place that you've seen, but it's certainly been better maintained in recent times. It's been more recently activated, and indeed there is... It looks quite out of place. This device looks almost to be of Romulan design on a Klingon reactor, but yeah, there is definitely a device attached. That
would make sense given what we know.
Yeah. You can jump to your own conclusions about what that device does, knowing that there's a device attached that amplifies the diamagnetic effect.
Yeah. Davok,
Yeah.
Mr. Davok. See, I'm learning. Mr. Davok, would you care to take some readings on what this Romulan device is specifically doing to this reactor core and possibly what changes they have made from this? And then I would say, Reggie, if you want to take a cursory look around, Bosh, just do Bosh things. Just, don't strip the copper wiring out of the fucking ports or things like that.
Aye.
Okay. Davok, by scanning the device, you can definitely determine this is definitely the device that is amplifying the diamagnetic interference. And yes, you believe shutting it off will remove the effects. You'll still get some effects because there is a lot of diamagnetic ore, but it won't be anywhere near as bad. In game terms, to kind of give you the figures, it's going to reduce your difficulty levels on associated tasks by 2.
In game terms, well, here's the question: is it a physical device?
It is.
How big is it?
It's probably about 1.5 meters across and high.
All right, quick conversion. As American, I'm joking. Is it possible to? I mean, that's enormous. It's pretty big. Is there a check we can do to figure out whether or not we actually have to disable it electronically or something along those lines, or can we just physically either remove it itself or shoot it without blowing up the reactor?
So shooting it, you feel, is pretty much out of the question because of the risk to destroying the reactor. That would pretty much blow up the moon, you feel.
Y'all want new characters? We can do this right now.
Solve the problem.
The device, I mean, I'm giving it a sort of broad description. It's 1 meter high, meter and a half high and wide, but it is integrated into the reactor quite intricately. If it's not disconnected properly, who knows what effect it could have.
Mr. Davok, how confident are you that we would be able to disable this?
Well, could I overload the system to short circuit it, and then that's how I would do it.
Overloading it and short circuiting it could cause it to explode, which might take the reactor with it.
Is there any way to isolate the device in the programs and just shut it down?
Yes, it can be done. And Reggie would certainly know that it can be shut down. It's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of engineering know-how. But yeah, it can be deactivated. Reggie's reasonably confident. Not easy. Definitely not easy.
How many dice are we talking about?
It's difficulty 3. Reason and engineering.
That would be a 10 for me, actually, with my reason and engineering.
That would be
for me.
Be a 12 for me.
11.
Okay, so myself and Davok. What was yours? Reason and engineering?
14.
14. Wow, Davok's going to take point on it.
So yeah, Davok leads then, and
I guess Varren
assists.
I don't have a focus that would really count to it.
Am I using a computer?
Yes.
You are not. This is a physical device.
Literally.
Am I negotiating with the physical device?
No.
Come on, you can do
It's in broad spectrum. Yes, you are.
All right.
No focuses. Okay,
No.
let's have the
what's our
assistance roll
momentum?
first.
What's our
0.
momentum at?
0.
All right, let's just hope we don't have a complication. No one roll a fucking 20.
Let us have your assistance roll first, then, please, Varren. Reason and engineering.
12. Holy shit! I got a 5.
Oh.
Yo,
So that's
a
a
success. So you got one success and 2 successes to go. It's all on Amy.
Come on, Amy.
I got a 5. And I got 18.
Okay.
A what, sorry?
So we got a 5 and an 18.
5 and
So
an
2
18,
successes, but a fail.
2 successes. However, you've yanked some wires out. Okay, unexpectedly, Lieutenant Davok, the machine does shut down. The location trait has now gone.
Very good.
Yeah, it worked. Now they probably know we're here.
Yep, that was... yes, Mr. Davok, that was what I was going to tell Reggie.
I'll stand by the door, shall I, with a phaser, just in case.
Yeah. Is there only one entrance in this?
There is only one entrance to the reactor room, yes.
Did we get schematics on Jeffrey's tubes? Because those were super helpful last time.
There are none that you are aware of. A mining outpost like this wouldn't really have them. In fact, when you're walking along the corridor, you're actually seeing wires nailed to the wall because it's Klingon.
That's actually worth noting.
Like a
Yeah. Just in full gunfire range. Just not shielded whatsoever. We gotta get those doors open. Let's blow them up. But, sir, what if we just cut this giant landline here? Well done, Miss Davok. Is there anything else to be gained from this room? I'm asking Mr. Davok that.
Can I get better readings now the interference has gone?
You check your tricorder. You still can't distinguish the life forms.
So it would be the turbo lift. It would be the best way to get down to the next level.
It's the only part of this level that you haven't
Okay.
explored. Well, you've covered everywhere else on this level.
All right. Let's proceed to the turbo lift.
Okay. You do so. So you're going to the turbo lift. There's basically one button because it's 2 levels. That's it. And yeah, it shoots down quite a long way down. But that's not really surprising because this would lead you to the mining level, effectively. It stops, and the doors open onto a wide corridor. On the floor, 3 meters ahead of you, is a dead Klingon, slumped in the entryway to a room. The door is preventing the body's preventing the door from closing all the way. And you can tell from this distance he is terribly deformed, with thickened cranial plating, huge tusks, and an exoskeleton breaking through his uniform.
Well, shit. Reggie.
For what it's worth, Bosh, you believe that you can probably pick up, now that this diamagnetic interference is gone, you can probably scan him from where you are.
Cool, I will definitely do that.
You need to give me a reason and medicine task, difficulty 1. Might be a chance for you to get back some momentum here.
That would be nice.
Very good.
I got a 5 and a 20.
Oh!
Well, now Amy isn't the pariah in the room.
Yeah. Well done. You've been promoted.
Fantastic. And a very, very quick hello to Mike S3. Yes, we have 10 threats at the moment. Hello, Jaunty Goblin.
As well as Jaunty Goblin, who's joining us.
Hey, everyone. So, you do get some readings on your tricorder with your success. It is very obvious that extensive genetic modifications have been made to the Klingon's DNA. You can detect that a neural parasite, deceased, is still present in the Klingon's body. The Klingon died only hours ago, and his body appears to have rejected the genetic modifications. And as this reading comes in, your tricorder fizzles, smokes, and burns out. Sonia is going to kill you.
I am not going to be the one to tell Sonia.
I'm going to tap my communication badge and just be like, "Oh, if you're keeping tabs, Bosh is down 2 tricorders."
We're all careful, 007. It's just had a new coat of paint.
Exactly.
Sonia is not going to be happy with you.
Right. So relay. He's not been dead long.
Reggie, can you clear the room that he is in, or that he's blocking in? See what that room is. Clearly he was going somewhere, if he made it halfway through.
I will, if I can, step over the Klingon and check the room beyond him.
I'll follow him.
What colour shirt is Reggie wearing?
Yellow.
Yeah, he's yellow. He is not a red shirt. We spent too long making Reggie. Matt, Ed, and
actually, this year, that would be a red shirt equivalent.
Sort of.
Don't start. But we stayed up. It was like 11:30 for you guys. We stayed up for like 2. Ed and I stayed up for like 2 hours doing this. Ed doesn't sleep, but Matt has shit to do.
So Reggie steps over the Klingon and into what appears to be an infirmary, where he sees quite a macabre sight. A number of dead Klingons.
Some dead Klingons on the map.
Are all the parasites dead? Bosh can't actually do this, so we don't have medical tricorder anymore.
Don't have medical tricorders, no.
I mean, our tricorders got parasite stuff on them.
But would they be able to tell us if the parasites are alive?
They would.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do that.
Who's going to make this check with the tricorders?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. need a reason and medicine task.
Because Matt cannot do it.
Nope.
This is going to be a difficulty one again.
Does emergency medicine count as a focus?
No, because it's a bit late for emergency medicine when they're dead.
Whoa.
I rolled a 13 and a 20. I didn't get 13. So I failed that.
Can we spend momentum on the next mission to bring extra tricorders?
Let's do more scans before we come down again.
Davok,
with the 20s.
tell me, what is your reason and medicine total?
13.
And you rolled a 14, was it?
15 and a 20.
15 and a 20.
Yeah.
A bad batch of tricorders. Your tricorders now.
we
Did Bosh sell them to Sonia? Bosh, did you sell Sonia this batch of tricorders? And now you're bringing tell her some more.
He's got like 100-year-old tricorders. We're like, why is this so much heavier?
Fortunately, two of you still have tricorders.
So Captain Quinn made a mission. You can change the settings on a tricorder. Is that true in this game?
Yes, up to a point. You can't make a normal tricorder into a medical tricorder, but you can scan for similar things. And I'm giving you a lot of leeway because you did make the point of saying we want to download all the neural parasite stuff into the tricorders before we do. So
Thinker is also keeping track of how many tricorders we've destroyed.
Yeah.
I think we've killed more tricorders than infected Romulans so far.
Yes.
All right. At this point, with 2 tricorders down, and the fact that this room is just a total bitch, without the need for... Well, we don't have a medical scan that we can do on the tricorder. We don't have... As long as everything is dead in here, are the parasites still on the back of the neck of all of these creatures, similar to how they were in the other ones? Or are they non-visible?
Nope, you can, by moving the bodies about, you can see that they do have the blue gill. In which case, similar? No, some of them are a little bit different, and indeed some of the mutations in the Klingons is a little bit different. I will say, because Varren would know this, either Reggie or Varren handing their tricorder over to Bosh. Bosh might be able to make more sense of medical readings from a normal tricorder.
I'm more than happy to hand my tricorder over to Bosh if
or Davok,
if he
of course.
Promises. You know what? It might. No, I already said Bosh.
Medicine's more Bosh's thing.
Yeah. If we do not get any information out of this,
I mean, I'm obviously I'm fully aware of number 77. If you break it, I'll charge you for it. But obviously,
with that in mind, if you break it, I have a rule, which is 77, which I will send you out of a fucking airlock. just scan them. We don't need more information than that. If they're alive, we need to know. But if they're not,
a deal is only a deal between.
Oh my!
I hope you're keeping count of these, Ben.
So it's a medicine.
You didn't say a number on that one. I think you just made that one up.
Ben has said rules of acquisition 4. There you go.
No, it should be 5 because that last one, 77 was break it and.
I forget I asked. I'm sorry, my head hurts.
And
Captain Quinn makes a good point, though. O'Brien would have managed to turn a normal tricorder into a medical one by now, but of course O'Brien's not here.
O'Brien would have turned it into 3, possibly a toaster oven at the same time.
Right.
So it's a difficulty.
Difficulty 1. It's not. This shouldn't be difficult for you.
Well,
I
I got a 6 and a 16, and I've got 15 as my reason and medicine.
Excellent.
Nice.
Do you have any focuses that might apply, and is it below the your medicine
You don't have
score?
parasite detection?
No, I don't think so. Most of mine sort of they need to still be alive for it to be.
You didn't do that rotation back in med school?
No, I sold the textbook.
Enough. So what you can tell from the Klingons inside this infirmary, they've also all been infested with the neural parasites. Genetic modifications have been made to both the Klingons and the neural parasites.
Huh.
Yeah, you're also picking up other DNA as well. I would say you could
Other
spend the
DNA.
momentum to get information, but
Tricorders.
Captain.
That's momentum by spending threat.
Well, there's that, but
No?
you can ask Captain, is there a possibility? Well, maybe this isn't even the Captain. Can you transport dead people?
Yeah, you can transport anything that you can lock onto. Yeah.
Is there a possibility that we can have, with the reduced subspace interruption, is there a possibility that we can transport these dead Klingons to the Livingston? I would need to get permission to do so from Wraal first, but is that something that we think we might be able to do? Or maybe I have to ask Wraal.
there is no reason technically why you can't that you can think of.
Okay. Wraal, oh god, it's probably this side with the mirrored thing. So Wraal, or I wouldn't say Wraal, I would say Captain. We have a number of deceased Klingons with parasites intact. I believe they are all dead. However, due to some tricorder issues, we're having a hard time getting some medical readings on them. But it does look like they have parasite DNA, Klingon DNA, and possibly something else. It may be worth bringing them aboard and under quarantine.
Very well, Mr. Barron. If we do, I'll have to transport it directly to a medical quarantine field in Mr. Bosh's medical bay. But I believe that can be done. Why would you? Is there a reason that you think that we should beam these possibly infected things on board my nice clean ship?
For the reason we talked about privately, our previous guest was very intent on them being destroyed without data being moved. This is giving us the option to get data and also have something to experiment on the long term. We have no idea what we're doing here, but the addition of separate DNA is the surprising one. We cannot figure that out here, and with things going how they're going, it looks like this may be a bust for information gathering.
Okay, so you think there's other DNA aside from just the Klingon and the neural parasite involved in some of these corpses?
According to our scans, that's correct, Stu, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We don't know exactly what. Our tricorders are having a little bit of a trouble dealing with the atmosphere down here. They must have been...
Your face when it was perfect for Wraal, where it was just like another.
Mr. Varren, how many tricorders has Bosh broken this time? Because I'm going to have to go and talk to Miss Gomez in a moment.
I don't actually seem to have that data right now. It seems like it got lost in the subspace information.
Okay, it's just that she'll ask me the moment she sees me, so I want to come up with something reasonable.
She can
possible.
She can email me. Just make sure to not hit reply all.
Okay.
I'm aware that the tricorders are expensive pieces of equipment, but obviously they fall under Rule 82.
Shut up!
The flimsier the product, the higher the price.
That's just bad business.
No, it's great
Bosh,
business.
Just keep sending us those rules of acquisition.
No, do not. Please.
Our fans look forward to them every week.
It's just what you're. The Bosh Tricorder fans.
Yeah.
Bosh Tricorder fan club.
Buy merch, it's there.
Hashtag not a thing.
Okay. So, what's the plan then?
I shall contact Chief Engineer Gomez and arrange her to get her to arrange medical quarantine fields in an area in Bosh's sickbay and begin the transporter process when she is ready.
While you are doing that, we will continue on down the corridors.
Quick question for Varren. Are you intending to use the pattern enhancers that you brought with you around one of the corpses to make it easier for Gomez to transport it?
Well, that depends on whether we could use it again after the transporter situation has gone. Is it a one-time use or no?
Nope. You can use them repeatedly.
In which case, yes, I say we take care of the one that Bosh scanned now and then move on with our current situation.
Okay. If you want...
Or actually, you know what? That's... If Bosh agrees. Bosh is the medical expert here. I figure...
Yeah. What we don't want is to give any option for degradation of the pattern as it goes off. We want to make sure that there's a complete set of kind of information. So if we set up the enhancers, we'll definitely get better results when we get back to the ship.
Do you think it's worth it to do this in the first place? And I should have consulted with our medical officer beforehand.
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll take care of it.
As a sidebar, I think that Bosh is probably dying to get his hands on the bit, especially considering that the last options we had got vaporized.
Very much so.
That was kind of my thought process in this one. We only got actual data off of this. This actually gives us the opportunity to explore the situation going further, and I imagine that my boss's boss would very much enjoy that.
And it's also options for body parts to sell afterwards, isn't it, Bosh?
Jesus Christ! Never mind. We're not going to do it.
That got dark quick.
Davok, destroy them.
But no, I mean...
All right, I heard the order.
The key thing is that this genetic modification is illegal, so I couldn't conduct these experiments myself, but I'm happy to look at the results of them.
Of course.
And sell the data. I mean, what?
Quinn, we did not space anyone. I believe there was a prior reason that our other crewmate was not able to make it. However, we did pick up a new Amy.
Yeah. Well, with the Major, of course. So to bring Captain Quinn up to speed, the Major isn't on board the ship, and nobody knows why.
Major apparently beamed off somewhere. We had an interruption with some sort of cloaked ship for a brief second. There were some encrypted messages.
Or was she beamed?
That's kind of the question. We also did find out that as soon as we got on board the ship, we found the freighter that we were looking for. I don't know the Tellarite. Thank you. We did find the freighter immediately, so we know we're on the right station. We also knew that when we dug for more research on the system, and it was like, okay, we have no information other than this mining station. You gotta be here.
And just for Captain Quinn's benefit, the beaming and cloaked ship are assumptions being made by the players, but they're reasonable assumptions under the circumstances.
So it is worth noting that we have zero clue whether or not it was on board the ship or to this station. It could be some third party that we have no idea. We're just running with the things we know, which is we caught a glimpse of cloaked ship, and we have a station that has a transporter, dedicated transporter. So
okay,
that's it.
So speaking of transporters, so the intention is to use the pattern enhancers around one of the cups of the Klingons to beam it aboard. You do get the message back quite quick that they believe they can scan the body with the ships in the medical bay and give results back fairly quickly. It would mean that the away team would probably have to kind of... Well, they'd get the information back in a minute or two, do you reckon?
Okay.
So without the need to beam?
No, they need to beam it up first, but that's assuming a successful beaming. So let's do the beaming.
Yes.
Davok,
of course,
could
the
you place this
location
particle?
trait. This is all going to be down to Sonia doing this again. So the location trait is now gone. So that reduces the difficulty. You are a long way underground, though, so that increases the difficulty again. However, you're using the pattern enhancers, which reduces the difficulty a bit. So the first one is to adjust for the interference to sensor lock. This is going to be the interference from being so far underground. So I'm going to need a daring or control and engineering. It's Sonia, so control and engineering. So this is 50 with a focus on transporters, difficulty 1.
There you go.
So
that's
somebody needs to roll that for us.
That's our NPC roller.
NPC, yeah. Ensign Amy.
2 dice. Is she assisted by the ship in this one?
No.
No. Okay. It's 2 dice. A 2 and a 2.
Yeah!
A 2 and a 2.
Oh,
Actually, because of Sonia Gomez's focus in transporters,
we
gives
get
you
momentum.
4 successes.
4 successes.
yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. Thank you.
Clutch.
Nice one.
Does that give us momentum?
There. Well done, Ensign.
What difficulty did I say it was?
1.
Difficulty 1, I thought so.
So
That
it
gives
gets
you
a
3 momentum.
Whoa!
Right.
Momentum.
So, Sonia's believes she's got a lock on the Klingon. She's now going to attempt to transport. She is going to be assisted by the ship's sensors and engineering. This is going to be difficulty 2. So let's roll the ship first with a score of 10.
Let's get 10 or less on that. A 16.
No help
That's
from the
not
ship
10 or
again.
less.
Shit ship. The ship's been no help tonight.
You watch your mouth. It's a beautiful ship.
Yeah,
But,
I like it.
Sonia is going to do this again with control and engineering, so 15, difficulty 2. Let's go for it.
A 3.
All right.
Excellent.
With the focus, that's 2 successes right there.
That is 2
And
successes.
another 20.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's what's that? Like the 3rd or 4th one we've had tonight?
So the
She should play D&D. She's unstoppable.
so the Klingon dematerializes before your very eyes, and as it does so, the pattern enhancers, which come from the same suppliers as the tricorners, start to smoke and fizzle. It turns out they were a one-use item after all.
Oh.
Oh, all right. So but did the Klingon? I'm gonna ask, Command. Did the Klingons make it to the medical bay under quarantine?
The Klingon is in the medical bay and being scanned as we speak.
All right. I mean, that's good because realistically, we're not going to make it off the ship. So at least they'll have some information
Optimism.
to tell the next guys.
You can take a photo of it and get an extra $10. So that's...
There's season here.
In which case, we need to keep clearing the. Yeah, dude, this feels like phasmophobia. We need to keep
It's
clearing
like phasophobia.
this. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So now a thing.
So
Did you
would
see
you like
Chris's?
Yeah.
Yeah, set Pfizer's to stun.
It's literally you're going to get information back fairly quickly. Would you like to wait where you are to get the information, or would you like to carry on and be doing something else?
So we're fairly safe here for a second or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd send Reggie and myself to the door and wait for information for a minute.
Okay, you hang fire for a minute and no information's coming back. However, Bosh, what's your chief nurse called off the top of your head?
Esmeralda.
Amy.
Amy.
Oh,
Okay.
why would that make... God damn it, makes it way
He's wearing a blue
difficult.
top.
Everyone is
So
named Amy.
Bosh, Nurse Amy contacts you over your communicator with the results. She can tell you that it seems that using the Klingon's DNA, the parasite in this Klingon has attempted to evolve with the host body into a new singular form. But it's gone wrong, and instead the Klingon has devolved into a large predator, basically a proto-Klingon. Now, the genetic modifications to this Klingon appears to be more advanced than the scans in the database from where you scanned the Klingon on the Kortar, suggesting the involvement possibly of a skilled geneticist. It's that level of difference. They can also tell you. Oh, yeah.
No. You go. I'll ask the question after they tell me.
Okay. She's got 2 more bits of information for you. She can tell you that as well as the Klingon and neural parasite DNA, there is Trill genetic material in there as well. And this is Amy sort of theorising a little bit, but as Trills, of course, are naturally disposed to accept a symbiont, it would appear that the Trill genetic material has been grafted in an attempt to force the Klingon body to adapt more easily to the parasite.
Does anyone want to give me a crash course on Trill, real quick? I know we have one as a captain, but just what is it about Trill that makes them susceptible to that specific thing?
They're a purely symbiotic species. Well, the symbiotes they have to live. If they're not swimming around a pool, they live within a host body, and it's like 2 species on the same world, and that's why they have this thing together.
Like Stargate.
Yeah. I hate Wraal even more now. Got it.
Wraal is unjoined, I believe.
You're assuming that Wraal is joined.
Most Trill are not joined. There aren't enough symbionts to go around, and symbionts are long-lived, so they'll survive like a dozen or more hosts. And they're, because of the rarity, like the joined Trill are considered highly elevated and almost like godlike status in Trill society.
Interesting. Okay.
They're the wisest of the wise and the most intelligent of the most intelligent. So only the best of the best of the best Trill get to become joined in the first place.
Clearly not Wraal.
Unless you suddenly find yourself on a transport ship as a trainee counsellor when you get one of the best symbiotes ever created.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask the question of Amy. It's clearly a skilled geneticist. Obviously each geneticist has their own sort of way of doing things, kind of fingerprint, as it were. Is there anything showing up that would be specifically Trill geneticists? Is there any information on who it might be?
There's you're asking a question that's kind of way above Nurse Amy's pay grade.
That's fine.
And Nurse Amy does point out she was just really speculating about it would take a skilled geneticist, she thinks, to do this.
So to find out who it was, you would have to have like a database of people, correct?
Yeah, but the whole fingerprint thing, no, it's going to take someone with a lot more knowledge and skill. It's going to take it would take a specialist to recognise those unique markers.
In which case, I would just say to Bosh and Davok, should we move on? Is there anything we can learn more from this situation?
No, I think we keep going.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our pattern enhancer is gone.
Thanks.
All right, continue. Jesus, Red, that was brutal.
Revenge for all those models of mine she killed earlier today.
In which case, I guess we keep. So where's the next We're on the lower corridor. We don't really. All we saw was the dead Klingon in the doorway, and then we explored this room. Can you give us a insight of what's going on down the corridor in front of us?
Beyond this door, the corridor just bears round to the right. That's as much as it smells musty, and there's quite a sort of pungent which you'd expect from a Klingon base, to be honest.
Racist.
Species, though.
In which case, I'm gonna tap Reggie on the shoulder.
Hint of lilacs. Sorry.
And
yeah, well aware that lilacs are a huge staple of the Klingon diet. So, I guess
if you haven't had gach with lilac, you've not lived.
lilac gach.
I'm gonna tap Reggie on the shoulder, and then I guess we will continue down the corridor until we get to the dog leg, or the corner, and see what we get.
Literally just sweeps around. So.
Okay, so it's like a curved.
Okay, so Reggie's leading the way, is he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, meat shield, 100%.
Good old red shirt Reggie. They called him at the academy. Who's following? What's our marching order?
Probably be.
You can easily go two abreast.
Then I would be in front with Reggie. Then however y'all want to do it, single file or double behind.
Who is on the right? Who is on the left?
Okay.
Okay. I would be on the left on the people in the front, and I believe Reggie would be on the right.
Okay. So you head around the corridor. You hear, coming from ahead, the howl of some strange creature that
He doesn't even know.
God, it's Bosh's ex.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, he's just pulling out like the Pathfinder book, and it's just like just some whatever this.
And then a thing happens. So let me see.
And that thing is
Look
death.
out for the thing.
Well, this thing is you're going to get shot at, Lee Varren.
Oh no! It's been a lot. It's actually been a while since we've been shot at.
And oh crikey, yes. So with
Reggie's dead.
They're shooting
one
at you.
success,
Are they shooting? Are they shooting at me?
Yep.
they're shooting
All
it.
right.
You are the one being shot at.
Okay.
I needed to remove two of those threat. There we go. Yeah, you're the one being shot at by a Romulan Centurion.
Well, that's not good because it's a disruptor.
It is with one hit, I believe. I roll the dice. 3, 4.
I'm gonna be outside. I don't remember how this works, so you're gonna have to talk me through it.
That's okay. Ooh. So that is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 points of stress.
Holy shit!
On Varren.
Does stun resistance do anything? That probably doesn't do anything, considering it was a disruptor.
It's no, it doesn't. It was a lethal attack.
Okay, that was not good, boys.
As that's more than 5, that would cause an injury.
It does.
You shut the hell up.
Whose side are you on?
No, we're all learning it. So yeah, that's an injury then. You can,
However, he can
spend
spend a point of
momentum to
momentum to
avoid
avoid
getting an injury.
Yeah, I will take a momentum to avoid getting injury.
Okay.
Sorry, it's point of determination. Sorry, spend your determination point to get rid of it.
Actually, you know what? We're about to end, so I will spend
is it
the
not
determination
momentum
point.
then?
No, it's determination. Yeah, it's your point of determination you can spend to avoid an injury.
I will do so, considering our game is going to be over relatively shortly. I say that. My life may be over relatively shortly as well, but I want to avoid an injury.
It is with more rolls like that and spending another 2 momentum. This Romulan passes the initiative to his colleague at the side of him, who takes another shot at you. That's why I was asking if you were who was on the left and who was on the right, because you're the first one they see. And you are very lucky. You see this one coming and just managed to dodge the way of the disruptor blast.
All right.
So we're going to go in this order. We're going to go Varren, Reggie. At the back, who's on the left, who's on the right?
I'm on the left.
Yeah, I'd be behind Varren.
Okay, so it'll be... no, Varren's on the left, so...
I'm on the right then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be Varren, Reggie, Davok, Bosh. What you gonna do, Varren?
Shoot him.
How far away are they from me?
They are, you estimate, about 30 feet.
Is that
And how many are there?
close or medium?
Two.
They're in close range. They're not medium.
Close range. Okay.
So they're in close range. So I can. Is there anything to hide behind for cover or anything like that?
Reggie.
No, but you can take a dive to the floor for cover.
Nope, not gonna do that. I'm going to engage them in hand-to-hand combat. We're gonna get in their fucking face.
Okay, you move. Are you moving to the one on your left or your right?
Yeah, whichever one shot at me.
The one on
hit
your
you.
left is the one who
Yeah,
shot you and did some damage.
that's a good point. We are also probably going to use the knife that I have
We are,
because we're not. We are not in stun mode anymore, and I will. It's easier to explain this to Wraal and not to. I've already forgotten our previous captain's name. Oh, whatever.
Liera.
Yeah, that one.
Captain Liera.
Okay, so you're going to use your knife. You're not going to stun. You're going to go for the kill.
Well, it's. Yeah,
Is
I
that
am.
right?
Does a knife count as hand-to-hand combat?
Yes, it does.
You can only use it in melee.
Yeah.
We at this point, given the situation, everything we just saw, we're probably going to do that.
Cool. As your minor action, you rush up to him with your knife. Give me your attack. This is daring and security, I believe. For hand to hand.
I'm actually going to. I believe I already used my point of determination, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You have.
Yeah. Daring and security. Okay, hang on. Let me look up my character here. So I need to get below a 16. And I'm rolling how many dice? 1 or 2? Is it 2?
2 dice.
Or is it just 1?
2 dice.
Oh, that's quite good. Well, that's a 12 and a 3. I have a focus and advanced hand-to-hand. I don't know if that would count.
Yes, it would, which gives you 2 momentum. Advanced hand-to-hand will definitely count in this.
Okay.
So that 3 then becomes 2 successes.
Okay.
And so, yeah, total. Cool. Roll your damage. So by the knife, there'll be a number and a Starfleet symbol.
I might have to have Ed look that up. He found it previously, but I can't edit the PDF, so I think it's like Vicious 1.
This is a Romulan knife, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Right, I can tell you it does have Vicious 1, which is an extra thing you would have to apply, but you've used your minor action for something else.
Okay, all right.
No,
so
if it's Vicious 1 and it's in there, it's automatic. He doesn't have to do anything to apply it.
Oh, is it?
It's built into it, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's three dice, 3 of your D6s.
Okay, 3d6.
So tell me what's on each dice.
Yeah.
6, a 5, and a 2.
Excellent.
So the 2
That's
counts.
6 hits. Or 6 damage. The 2 is a 2. The 5 is a 1 plus an effect, and vicious means that's an extra effect. And the 6 counts as 1 and an effect. The vicious makes it an extra 1 for 6 in total.
6 in total. You are not trying to stun him.
No, I was not trying to stun him.
If after resistance he rolls more than 5, that's an injury. A deadly
Going to avoid the injury, though.
Oh, make him burn the threat.
Okay.
That's Varren's go. We are round to Reggie.
Now, Varren's tussling at close range, which is going to make my shot at anything in that area more difficult. So, as I've got with close protection as one of my focuses, I might just pile in with him.
Yeah,
if you were to aim for, sorry, just to double check, we've been given the maths. 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 and 4 is 0, 5 and 6 is 1 plus effect. Is that what the maths you did? Yeah, cool. So, if you shoot at the other Romulan, he's not in cover.
Okay.
The one in combat is in cover, basically.
Okay.
And the cover being my ass.
Your body.
Yes.
The back of Varren.
You're the meat shield now.
That's what he yells as he engages me in hand-to-hand combat.
Okay, well, in that case, for a phaser shot, I will... What is it? It's prepare, isn't it? Okay, so I will take a minor action to prepare phaser, which means I select one of its traits, which in this case... as
definitely...
a type two, I'm going to go with... let's take the... it's got a Vicious 1 option, so I will set it so it's got Vicious 1 in there. So that's the minor action to set that. Makes it nastier. And then I will take a shot at the other Romulan, who isn't fighting with Varren.
Sorry, phasers don't have Vicious as a setting, do they?
Charge or hidden, I think.
With charge, that's basically what it becomes. If I just bring it up here...
I'm sure we'll be told in chat, because I'm realizing while I'm reading Twitch chat that everyone here knows more about this game than we do.
Yeah, phaser type 2s have the charge ability, as it says, if the character performs a prepare minor action, then they may add one of the following weapon damage effects to the attack: area, intense, piercing 2, or vicious 1.
I believe you have a phaser type 1 though, because you weren't able to spend momentum to upgrade.
No, you take phaser type 2s are your normal equipment.
Oh, are they? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't take a phaser type 3 or a phaser rifle.
Right. Okay. My confusion on that then. Okay.
And phaser type 1s have charge as well. So they just have the hidden talent, so you can sneak them. So yeah, we'll have that as our as our added extra for the shot. 2 dice I'll be rolling. I need to get 2 successes because it's a phaser shot rather than hand to hand. I will spend 1 momentum. I think we've got 5 at the moment.
You have 5, yeah.
I'll spend 1 to add in another dice, just to help out.
Okay.
And now this is not me. This is Reggie doing this. Let's see. He's got control and security. 15 is the total, but his security is 4, and he has a focus in hand phasers handling.
Oh,
excellent!
Geez. We made a good character. Yay!
Finally. So I get a 19, a 17, and an 11. So only 1 success.
One success.
Yeah, I can't use the... Can I re-roll all of those with that? I don't think I can.
Can you use your point of determination for something?
You can.
I don't... I think that as a minor character, I don't have any values yet, so I don't have any determination to use.
Oh. Could you spend a momentum?
Sorry.
We've already spent the momentum, that's the thing.
Yeah, the only momentum spends you can use in combat are to re-roll the damage dice, not the attempt dice.
We just had a minor character pop in the background and then walk away for a second.
Okay, we are round to Davok then.
All right.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to take aim with my phaser at the one that's not in combat with Varren, and I
Didn't think about that. It probably makes it more difficult to hit everyone. It's just we're going to learn as we go in this game.
Cool. So what will that be?
That's still 2 dice unless you buy any more, but aim basically means that you can re-roll one of the d20s.
Okay. And is it difficulty
2?
2.
Yeah.
And what skills am I looking at?
You're looking at control and security.
Control. Okay. 12.
Yeah, this Davok.
Oh, I do. I rolled a 9 and a 2. I had to get under 12.
Excellent. Excellent. Do you happen to have any focuses?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Unless emergency medicine can be reversed.
No, it can't.
Well, that was
Mirror universe medicine.
That was what we tried to do with Bosh in like our first game, which was if he knows trauma, he knows how to kill somebody.
Yeah.
So how many damage dice with the type 2?
4. I thought I had a type 1.
I thought everyone had type 1 as a default, but anyway, not to
Well,
worry.
the character sheets say type 2 as a default.
No,
Yeah.
mine say 1. Oh, but it might be because I'm a junior person.
Oh, mine. Yeah, my default is type 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a Star Trek symbol
Yeah.
Ooh,
and 2 little stars and 2 blanks.
Okay,
I
that's
do not know what that
3
means.
points of stress.
Yay. Some
Just
stress.
good on that one. Okay, you hit the Romulan in the shoulder with your phaser. He's still up and
Figure out
fighting though. Bosh, what you gonna do? You were the hero of the day last time, weren't you?
Yeah, he's good with a phaser.
Previous
Yeah, he
combat,
is good with the alarmingly good with the phaser.
Yeah.
Makes me think he did not actually go to medical school and just shot his way through.
That's why the medical tricorders keep blowing up.
Just like unrecognized user explode.
Throw your tricorder at him. Any of the broken ones.
No, we don't have any left.
Are you advocating throwing Starfleet technology at the Romulans?
No, I'm just advocating throwing what's now refuse at the Romulans.
I am
Just circuitry.
torn. I don't know whether to do a. Well, there's a combat task of create advantage, which is create advantage or remove a complication. And I'm kind of thinking I could nip in, use that to distract the Romulan that Varren is in hand to hand with, which should give him, or give who else is shooting at that one a possibility, or I could just take a shot.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to minor action aim, and I'm going to re-roll that 19.
Which one are you shooting at?
I'm shooting at the one that isn't in hand to hand.
Okay, the one that Davok's just shot. Yeah,
The one that Davok just shot. So there's a combat security, control security, which
Control security.
is a 12, which means I got a 12 and a 4.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Wow.
So
is a good
that's
shot.
a hit. Roll your 4 damage dice. Lovely, lovely damage dice that Matt made. Look at him. Beautiful.
I got
Cover to the things.
Show up. There's just holes on mine.
a blank.
Okay.
I got a 1 hit,
Okay.
and I got two hits.
Yay.
Oh, 5 damage.
Two hits. 5. 5. Oh, was that to kill, by the way, or stun?
We were all told to set to stun at the start.
Yes, stun. I'm a doctor, damn it, not a soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that for? Sorry, I should have checked this earlier. What was it for Davok?
3.
Okay.
Stunning for 3.
3. Okay.
Well, if he's
Right.
done 5 damage after any resistance, that's an injury to the baddie NPC, so that should be a stunning hit and take him out.
Except they seem to have resisted a lot of the damage
Oh, they're
that's been done. So while Amy shoots him in the shoulder, and Bosh follows up with a blast to the chest. I mean, yeah, he's injured, but not injured, but he's been hit, but not hit as badly as you might have expected. And we bring ourselves back around to the Romulans, and that's probably a good place to leave it for this week. Find out what
man.
they do next time. We're gonna wait a fortnight.
I mean, I'm happy to stay on, but other people have lives.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I have early mornings meetings, or I would quite happily play this all night as well.
Oh man.
Let's call it there. And yeah, Mike's Free has said you can spend momentum to add extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
as a reminder.
yeah, well, we
Good
will
to
learn
remember.
it. I will say thank you so much to Twitch chat for like walking us through this, because combat we really only had like 1 or 2 things of combat before, and it's been a couple. It's been like over 2 months since we've had combat.
Very early on in the story.
Yeah, and Ben has given you some excellent advice for next time. Bring new characters.
We should also bring Ensign Amy if she happens to be down for this, and possibly.
You can say no or silence.
Yeah, no, you're allowed. You are allowed to say no. We will talk later. Sorry.
But there we go. Fantastic. Right. We will look forward to seeing everyone next time.
Yeah, I just want to leave with one final note on this.
No, Stu, cut it, Stu.
431. When the shooting
31
starts,
isn't even a real thing.
431. When the shooting starts, let the mercenaries
Not a
handle
real
it.
one. There's only like 250
On that
of
note,
them.
peace and long life.
Bye.
Bye.